Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? I hope some people here remember I always said I was going to do this. I have got my happy shroom out here today because I'm going to do my best to avoid politics. And I need to get my cup of coffee. I'll be back in 32 seconds or less. Because all I got to do is walk across to the kitchen because I'm actually from my kitchen table today instead of from back in the bedroom. I had the computer set up to do some other stuff last night when I got home from work, and I can't do it if I'm disturbing the wife. So I've got it set up at the kitchen table, so that means I've got quick access to coffee. And the coffee this morning is actually Jack Daniel's brand coffee. It's a very flavorful coffee. And I can drink that. I drink this stuff black, and I drink it when I'm not in wake up mode, but relaxing mode. And that's why a can of it will usually last me about a month and a half, because I'm not always in a relaxing mode with my coffee. It lasts me about a month and a half, because I'm not. I forgot to shut off the audio for that. And like I've got to put in, let's see here, something else I forgot to do. So let me get this knocked out real quick. I've got to mute my phone. The ringtone's on it at least. Okay, ringtones are muted. And let's see here. Disconnect my Bluetooth from the phone. Well, good morning, Neil. Did I go to a second stream for? Oh no! What happened was yesterday I had to take down and do an edit to yesterday's stream. There was about a 10-second portion of it that needed to come out, and I had to get that taken out of there before it caused me any problems. So that's what happened with that. And that's one of the things I had to do last night when I got home from work. I couldn't do it prior to. And how are you doing this morning, Mr. Neil? As you can see, I've got my happy shroom up there. I am just enjoying my life this morning. I know I had to start this a few minutes early today. I got a phone call from my GP. He needs to see me in his office at noon. Rex, what do you mean, my bad? I don't see what you did anything wrong. But good morning to you. Good morning to you. Oh, no. As far as what happened yesterday, I had to take it down and then edit it and then re-upload it this morning. No, that was a mistake on my part. So like I said, I just had to cut out about 10 seconds. That was my part. Nobody did anything other than me wrong yesterday. Oh no, like I said, that wasn't on you. That was on me, Rex. I made a mistake yesterday and had to make a fix there. Okay, now I got my Bluetooth connected up to the computer, so I should be able to turn on the audio here.
And had to make a fix there.
Nope. I can't do that. Oh, it connected to the. What did it connect to? Okay, well, let me just shut that Bluetooth off entirely. That wasn't good. Anyway. All right, now I should be connected. Yeah, now I'm connected to my phone or to my computer. So let me turn this audio back on. Can I do it without? Yeah, now my Bluetooth is connected up to my laptop. I can hear myself. All right, now we're good to go. Okay, get back over here to where I want to be. Like Becca and we were all discussing yesterday, we sort of got off on a tangent, which is a good thing, and we decided to talk about doing some cooking. And being as this is Friday, and for most people, it's the start of a weekend. I've still got to go to work third shift tonight and get off at 7 in the morning. That's why I usually don't stream all weekends. I get off at 7 in the morning on Saturday. Then by the time I get up, the wife's done with the grocery shopping and such, and then it's spent Saturday afternoon with her. And like this weekend, Saturday night, we've got we're bringing the grandson home with us Saturday night. We're going out to dinner with my son and his wife for Mother's Day. And then we're bringing grandson home with us, and he's spending the night here through Sunday afternoon. So about cookies. Oh, I'm not that big of a cookie maker. I've just never got into them. I'm not a big sweets fan to start with. I much prefer I like the stuff that's bad for you. Cakes and pies and breads. I'm huge on breads. And pastas. I like making different. I like taking pasta doughs and adding different flavor to the dough itself. I made up a garlic dough. I've got dehydrated garlic that I buy there at Walmart, and I rehydrate that into the water that I'm using for the dough. And I mean, I really put a lot of garlic into it, so that water's got a strong, strong garlic flavor. Oh, sure. Sure. Let's see here. And add you as a moderator. Okay, Rex, you are now a moderator. A red one. Okay, that's going to be interesting. Let's see. Let's take a look at that. But yeah, I showed a link to my air fryer that I loved last night. Yeah, I've heard about that she gets on her baking kicks and starts sending cookies out because she doesn't want them around her house. Oh, tell you, if you like a specialty coffee and it's not that cheap to start with, yeah, I'm over here getting a quick refill on my coffee. It's this Jack Daniel's coffee that comes in the black tin. I use that. I've got one of the little filter things you can use in your Keurig, and I make a lot of coffee in that. Good morning, Becca. Good morning. Yes, you reminded me to put out my happy shroom today, and that's what I've got out. Well, yeah, she's one of them people. You say her name 3 times, and up she pops. Okay. What? All right, Rex, I missed it. Yes, Becca, you were summoned. Now, and especially since we're going to be talking about cooking today, if anybody has a mic and they want to jump on, you got a few minutes to jump on and share recipes or something like that, please, let me know. I will send you the stuff that you need. I'll send you a link. Okay, let me open that up. Okay. I'm going to resize that a bit. Now then, StreamYards. There we go. Okay. And here it comes. All right, let me enlarge that a little bit more. Now, like I said, I don't use a basket style. I've got the Instapot Vortex that's got the actual shells in it, so it looks more like a mini oven, just more vertical than wide. But it's big enough that my 6.5-inch cast iron skillets fit in it. And I have, sure, if you want to join up, let's see. Do I have you in Twitter where I can send it to you? What are you on Twitter? Let me see. Is there something I can do here? Report, pin message. No. I'm not doing any of that. Clockwork Rex. And okay. Oh, no, Twitter, just Discord. All right. I'm not real good on Discord, Rex. If you can message me on it, then I will be able to message you back. Because like I said, I'm no good. I'm no good on Twitter whatsoever. Okay, so let's see here. Come back over here. All right, what do I want to do? No, I don't want to do that. Okay, I want to stop sharing screen. Here we go. Copy it. Come back over here. And there. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Becca. I've already posted it there for you real quick. You get it, Rex? Anybody who wants it, did you get it? Well, I don't actually, it can stay up there because it's not like it used to be where it's an automatic join, is it? I don't believe. So, all right, that's cool. If anybody else wants it, Rex, let me know when you get hooked up. Well, I just heard something, a new noise in this. There we go.
Hey, there we go. How you doing, Shroom?
I am doing just fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good today.
All right, so educate me on this basket style air fryer.
Well, okay, the thing with the basket style is it's not about watching what's cooking in there. It's using your nose to smell it if it's cooked. Because you know how you can, and then you're like, okay, that smells about done. And then you check on it and then give it the 2 or 3 extra minutes it needs to actually be done. I'm not like Becca. I'm not a damn savage who eats her steaks raw. So I like mine at least medium well. So
ooh, you burn yours.
no, not burned. Like I said, you got to check with your nose.
No, if you're eating yours medium well, then you like yours burnt. Ugh.
No, that's well done. My dad liked all his shit well done. That's burnt. I mean, you want to see some burnt shit? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can cook cube steak in there. You can cook T-bones. You can cook hamburger. You can cook chicken. You can cook fish. You can cook just about anything you want in one of them.
Now, do you get a lot of splatter that makes it difficult to clean?
Oh no, it's like got a non-stick coating on it, and you just pour it over the trash can, and all the grease and shit just flows right out. Yeah.
Yeah, they're correcting you on the cubed steak. It did sort of sound like you said tubed steak.
Oh, tube steak boogie? Okay, fair enough. But yeah, you can cook any kind of meat, be it beef, pork, or chicken in there, and like you said, it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long at all. It's not like putting it in the oven or frying it in the pan.
Now, there's another guy on YouTube. I watch his channel a lot. He does a lot of cooking, and he spends a lot of time with sourdough breads. But he has quite a few videos on air fryers, and he uses that basket type. And he's done pizzas and such in it, but I'm always concerned. I just get concerned about, how well is the bottom getting cooked? Is the top getting overcooked before the bottom gets cooked? Because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of room for air to get up underneath them.
Oh, mine's got a perforated basket, so it circulates around. So, and I can't quite fit a whole pizza, like I said, a tombstone pizza in there. But those little mini pizzas, you can put 4 of those in there, and they cook them great. Just gotta watch them. You gotta work on the time and temperature to get it right, so that they don't burn.
Right.
Yeah, because I fucked up a couple of T-bone steaks like that. Yeah, I did.
I will admit, if I'm doing steaks, I may be old fashioned about this, but I either do them outside on a grill, or I've got a cast iron griddle that I do them on. Because there's just something about cooking a steak in an air fryer. It's like, yeah, it's cooked, but are you being able to get the butter across it like you should? Are you being able to, get the caramelization, those perfect burn marks on there, grill marks to where you have that flavor intensification?
Oh, well, see, that's the thing. You cook a T-bone steak, a typical T-bone steak. You put in there for at 400 degrees, at least in the one I showed you, that which was the kind I've got. And you
Right.
pepper on one side, and you cook it for 5 minutes, and then you flip it over, and you pepper it on the other side, and then you put a little bit of butter on there, and then cook it for another 5 minutes, and mwah.
Okay, yeah, because like I said, let's see here. Let me pull this up real quick. Okay, I'm not going to make the same mistake I made yesterday.
No booby pictures. No booby pictures.
Oh no, not a booby picture. It was a picture that of my Amazon account.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
All right, that's what I had to cut out. In fact, I don't even like that picture there. Let me come up here to images. Yeah, here we go. And I will open this one up. Yeah.
Oh, well, Becca does have a point. Grilled steaks are great, but yeah, I don't always have the propane and the air fryer. 10 minutes,
Right.
and you're done.
Okay. And let's see here. Now, like I said, this is the one I've got.
Yeah, that looks like a pretty good one. Yeah.
Okay. And let me see if I can enlarge that.
Oh, you can put like a rotisserie chicken in there too. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Well, actually, I do French fries and tater tots in that.
Oh yeah, French fries, tater tots. What else?
Okay.
Shrimp. I cook shrimp in mine. Yeah. Yeah.
But let's see here. Here we go. Now, as you can see here, though, it's I've got this shows 3 pans, but it actually only comes with 2.
Okay.
Okay. And I could fit my 6.5-inch skillet in there, handle and all.
Cool.
So, and being as I'm cooking for just 2 people, that allows me to make a meal, for the wife and a meal for myself with no problem.
Right.
And just serve it up in that small cast iron skillet.
Well, that one I've got came with a little bowl, and you can crack an egg and put it in the bowl and set it in the middle of the air fryer, and it'll cook the egg perfect.
Right. Well, I'll do things like the wife and I are both trying to become more carb conscious, and lower our carb count that we eat. So I'll make up, like I posted on the Minions Discord the other day. The wife wanted me to make her. We found a recipe for a bread that uses eggs. The primary ingredients is 7 eggs and a half a cup of coconut flour.
Oh, okay.
And you can get 4 hamburger buns out of it.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll have to look at
the carb count on each one is like 40 grams net carbs. So, that's a very low carb count for a hamburger bun.
Oh, yeah. My mom went to stay with my sister over the winter.
Right.
And when she came back, she was drinking almond milk. I actually like it better than the 2% milk.
Oh, well, that's just as bad. I'm sorry, I'm old fashioned. I grew up on whole milk. That's all I drink.
Well, that's fair enough. I mean, my mom grew up milking cows, so.
Well, so did I.
Yeah, and she would hand churn the butter out of the whole milk, and yeah, so But
Yeah,
she came
we
back.
did. That was us too. We made our own butter. In fact, that was punishment. That was our whichever one of us kids, and there was multiple of us, had the worst week according to my parents. Had to spend the first 3 hours churning butter, and then the next person down had to spend a couple hours on down to the last person who had the best week didn't have to churn at all.
Huh. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I didn't say it was actual milk, Becca. I just said, But yeah,
they
my
call
mom
it
had,
almond milk.
yeah, I know. But my mom had two sisters and 4 brothers growing up. So yeah, she usually
Right.
got the shit end of the stick. So because she was the youngest, if I'm remembering right.
Oh, the youngest child that got away with murder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had her mom and dad were kind of fucked up. Her mom was a Pentecostal holiness religious person, and her dad was a Church of the Brethren religious person.
Aha. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of a little bit different, but
yeah, well, that's a lot different. But anyway, back to cooking. If you had to pick 3 meals to make in your air fryer, what would they be?
Oh, well, I just made, like I said in the chat, I just made burritos in it last night. They were fucking great. Burritos, steak, and let's see, what would be the last one? I'm not going to say something stupid like French fries. What was it? Oh, tilapia or any kind of fish, catfish,
okay.
tilapia, any kind of fish. Yeah, throw that in there.
Right.
But like I said, you got to use your nose.
Now, this here's where, like I said, the wife and I try to, watch our carb intake, and we cut it where we can. But I'm not going to give up foods that I like. I may not eat them as often. But if I want a pizza, God darn it, I'm going to have a pizza.
Right. If you want some shrimp, you're going to have some shrimp. Yeah.
Right. And one of the things I like to do is I take russet potatoes, or I just take potatoes in general and slice them up on the mandolin, coat them with olive oil. Now, this here's where people laugh at me and tell me, yeah, boomer talking. But I've got 4 different types of Mrs. Dash. Because I don't like
I was just thinking, when you said chopped up the potatoes and put them in there, yeah, and coat them with a little bit of garlic butter, and bam, good to go. But go ahead.
But yeah, I sprinkle usually the garlic and herb Mrs. Dash across them. And then shake them up a little bit. So I got them coated on both sides, then put those into the air fryer.
And there you go.
Oh, I tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
The wife gets mad at me because they're so good that neither one, we're going to eat every potato I slice up.
Oh, yeah, you fighting over it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're fighting over the last one.
That's mine. No, that's mine. No, that's mine. Don't make me stab you. Yeah.
But
oh yeah, delicious.
But yeah, that's that is one of my favorite. And I mean, red potatoes, fingerlings, purple potatoes.
White potatoes. Yeah,
I buy the little bag that's got the mixture of all these small potatoes in them, and slice them all, wash them up, slice them all up, and got a nice little mixture of potatoes there, and then just pop them in the air fryer.
Yep,
with the olive oil and the Mrs. Dash garlic and herb across them. Oh,
Oh yeah. Fucking
That is
yeah.
so
Delicious.
good.
Delicious.
Yeah. And serve those up with egg over easy with a biscuit on the side for breakfast.
Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. Oh, sausage. That's another thing the air fryer will cook that shit right up.
Yep. You're right
Yeah.
about that. Oh, here we go. I didn't realize I
Bacon.
could. Let me see if I can do this real quick.
All right, I'll be back in
Because,
a second. I need to
all right,
take a break for a second. I'll be right back.
all right. Go Bloodwing. Okay, do this, and let me see. Here we go. I can share this. This is off of my Discord. And let me come back up here to this, see if that's popped up yet. Okay. Yeah, this is my What's for Dinner Discord thing. It's the only thing I've got anything posted on there, but that's just where I save it. Oh, Tony's. Yeah, Tony Chachere's. Yeah, if I'm I keep I've got a couple, 3 of those here in the cupboard I use. And you're right, Becca. The smaller the roasting potatoes are, they're just not only that, but you can just pop a whole one in your mouth, or cut it in half and pop it in your mouth. But let me see if I can. What am I doing here? Oh, I need to. I don't want that. This here's what I want. Pull this over to the side so I can hopefully see what I'm doing. Okay. Now what I did here, I just that was just some apples that were getting ready to go bad. And I brown sugar and a lot of brown sugar and just cooked them down. Then that was for breakfast. I stuffed some pancakes and bacon on the side with an egg over easy on top. Now I'm sort of watching both screens so that y'all can. I'm trying to stay where the screen is at. This here is just a bread dough that I made up, but into the flour I added a lot of garlic, and the water itself that I proofed the yeast in, I had put in dehydrated garlic and let it rehydrate in the water with the sugar and the yeast. Then sprinkled it with garlic and Parmesan cheese. And that really turned out good. And yeah, this was done in the air fryer.
Wait, that's a what?
But the bread?
Yeah.
Right there. That's just a standard white bread dough. But what I did was I added dehydrated garlic to the water. A lot of it. Okay.
Oh.
And then, my sugar and my yeast. And that's what I always proof my yeast in the water that I'm going to use for the dough.
Mm.
Okay. And then into the flour mixture was garlic powder and Parmesan cheese. And then once I broke it into balls, put it into a cast iron skillet, and then sprinkled Parmesan cheese and garlic and herb Mrs. Dash across the top of that, and then baked it.
Wow.
And that's how that turned out.
Nice.
So, I mean, that had a real nice garlic flavor, and that was I served that up with a fettuccine dinner. Or no, that was with a lasagna dinner I made for my son and his wife and my
Wow.
grandson when they came over.
Cool.
So that was. You didn't have to add any garlic butter or anything to it because that thing it reeked of garlic.
Yeah, it just popped. Yeah. It was
Right.
like bam. Oh, you're
All
part of Becca's server? Look.
Yeah, I'm on Becca's server too.
Send me an invite. I'm on her server too. And we'll trade recipes through there. Yeah.
All right. Now this one here, you've heard of somebody posted was making fun of Irate Alex and English cooking.
Yeah.
And one of the things they posted a picture of was something that I looked up as called Toad in the Hole.
Oh,
and I thought that looked awful interesting, but I don't like, again, I'm using cast iron skillets. So I didn't like the idea of using whole sausage. So what I did is I bought sausage, and then I got looking at it, and it's like, that it just doesn't look right. So I added ground sausage, bacon, chopped up bacon, and cheddar cheese to the recipe.
Oh yeah, cheese makes everything better.
And and then bake that off, and that's how that turned out.
Oh, that looks great. Yeah.
And this here's a small salad plate. And that little bit that's on that small salad plate, that filled us up, the wife and I, for almost until we ate this around 8:30 or about 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. And neither one of us wanted anything to eat until almost 8 o'clock that night.
Wow. That's cool.
The recipe that I downloaded, it was really heavy. So the next time I made it a little bit lighter, and it didn't sit quite so heavy in the stomach, and it was actually much better. I cut back about a little bit on the flour and such, and just made it a little lighter.
Right.
This is just a roasted chicken with yellow rice and a homemade marinara sauce that I cooked up.
Oh, that reminds me. Next time I go to the store, I need to get me some more yellow rice. I've got white rice, but I don't have any yellow rice left. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I keep 4 or 5 bags of yellow rice in the cupboard at all times because I love that stuff.
Oh yeah, the burritos I made yesterday would have been better if it had a little bit of yellow rice to throw on. So.
If you enjoy whiskey,
alcoholic.
If you enjoy whiskey, that Jameson Stout is really good.
Yeah.
That is a nice sipping whiskey. This is an air fryer bread recipe I found. You do everything you completely cooked in the air fryer. I did that in a cast iron skillet, and I didn't like the rise. I thought the rise time on it was a bit short. It only asked for an hour and a half rise time. I thought that was a bit short, but I followed the directions and I was right. I ended up using that as the basis for garlic bread for a ravioli dinner the next day.
Oh, okay. Well, hey.
So,
waste not, want not. You know what I'm saying?
The crust was beautifully. I mean, the crust was a nice, gorgeous, hard crust. Just the way I like it. The inside of it was chewy but dense.
Right.
So that's why I used it as a garlic bread. But it probably would have made a good bread to chop up to toast off and put into a salad. Croutons or something like that.
Oh, cool.
All right. Now here's that bread dough, that eggy bread dough that I was talking about. That uses 7 eggs and the half a cup of coconut flour. And the wife didn't she liked the flavor and everything of it, but she didn't like using that for a sandwich because she said it was too thick, which it was.
Well, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I can see
right?
that.
So
Do that.
I turned around and did it again,
Oh, and you made
and
muffin tops out of it.
actually I used the small springform pans.
Oh, okay.
All right, and they made absolutely perfect size hamburger buns.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
They were
Okay.
actually the size of a store-bought hamburger bun.
Well, good job then. Well, here,
So,
okay. Let me throw you a little uh,
all
chicken
right.
liver gizzard trick to you. Yeah. All right.
Now
You
we're
got.
going. Now we're talking. We're talking something I love.
All right.
You got something you want to share?
Oh no, I can just tell you. You've got the kind that you can see through, right? You've got the glass door on yours so you
Right.
can watch it. Okay. Cook the chicken livers until they get a little bit moist. Don't put nothing on them, but once they get a little bit moist, roll them in the either the flour or the uh, I can't think of the name of it, buckwheat flour, and then cook them a little while longer until they look all crispy, and that the batter shouldn't fly off of them. Then, see, I had to do that a couple times before I figured it out because I can't see through mine.
Right.
Yeah, but just cook them till they get a little bit wet. They look a little bit wet, and then roll them in the whatever batter you want to use, and then stick them back in there and let them go until they get crisp.
Now, are you using you're using a dry you're not using a wet batter.
No, no, no.
Okay. Okay. So it's more like a bread or a like a fried chicken type thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't add any water to my batter. No, when I cook chicken livers or gizzards.
All right. Well,
I
I
just
like using like a thin beer batter on mine that I
okay.
add crushed red peppers and such to give it a
Okay.
little bit of a kick.
Oh, that's fair enough. But I mean,
And then
if you want it to stick, just throw the raw chicken livers and gizzards in there and let them cook till they get a little bit wet, and then roll them in that shit, and it shouldn't fly all over everywhere.
all right, yeah, because that's the one thing using an air fryer that haven't. And God, I hate cleaning up the mess in that thing.
Oh yeah, it's experimentation. I mean, you got to try it and see what works. And I figured that out the third time I fixed chicken livers and chicken gizzards because Mom loves them. And she came back from my sister's and I fixed her some, and she was like, "Damn, these are good." I was like, "Yeah, I finally figured it out." But yeah, you got to have that moisture on there so that they will stick and won't just go poof. Look like something out of Gremlins or something. Yeah. Oh, Neil, yeah, I hunt. I hunt rabbit. I hunt deer. I've even been turkey hunting. Those some bitches are mean.
Yeah, now I grew up hunting all that stuff, but I mean, my favorite hunting was rabbit and pheasant. I'm originally from the Midwest up north.
Okay.
I'm a
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
hunted dove. Yeah. Well, I didn't hunt the
I'm a
pheasant, but
buckeye.
fair enough. But yeah, we hunted dove. That's pretty good.
But yeah, I grew up hunting. I mean, we hunted deer on my uncles and grandfather's farms. Each one of them had fairly good sized herds on their farms.
Oh, well, that's cool.
But we mostly, if I went out by myself, I was either after pheasant or rabbit.
Yeah, true enough. Or squirrel. But they don't have much meat on them, so.
Let's see, where I grew up, you could during the fall you just take the double aught buck and or bird shot rather and shoot it up to almost any tree, and you'll have a half dozen squirrels fall out.
Oh yeah, I saw a squirrel He was on the branch of a tree shaking it up and down. I said, "That's a goddamn squirrel," and I just blind shotted at it, and the son bitch fell off the tree, and I was like, "There you go."
But
Gotcha.
yeah, I mean, you set one buckshot off, half a dozen squirrels fall out, and that's enough food for that's enough for one or two people to eat off of.
Oh yeah, for a couple of days, yeah.
But yeah, we had 2 freezers growing up. One was for beef and pork because we'd go to my uncle's farm and he had a slaughterhouse on his farm. So we'd go over there with our pigs or cattle that we wanted slaughtered up. Help him slaughter his. He'd help us slaughter ours, take him to the butcher shop. The butcher, all he wanted was the hides. So we gave him the hides and 10% of the meat. And
cool.
That, so no money exchanged hands.
It was barter. This is barter town. Yeah, this is barter town.
And the other freezer was for rabbit, pheasant, and fish.
Oh well, that's fair. Yeah.
And that was, and both freezers by Thanksgiving would be full. And
oh yeah.
We never had to go to the grocery store to buy meat. We always had, and really vegetables either, because we canned and froze veggies. So the only thing, dry goods was the only thing we ever went to the store to buy.
Right. Fair enough. Up until my dad died, we always grew a garden and would go hunting. And yeah, we didn't really have to go to the store for anything except, like you said, flour or cornmeal or, some kind of bread or, something like that.
Right. Or if you wanted store-bought pasta, instead of making your own pasta, which my mom usually bought store-bought pasta.
Oh, here's the thing. My grandmother could make biscuits out of just flour and water, and I would watch her do it, and it was like a fucking magic trick. I was like, how do you do that?
No baking soda, no nothing?
No, she would just flour and water, and bam, there you had biscuit dough, and she would cut it up with a little biscuit thing.
Right.
And stick it in the oven, and bam. I was like, how do you fucking do that? I do not understand. It does not compute.
No, it does not compute. I mean, you need something to act as a leavening agent, and their flour by itself doesn't rise.
Well, she might have put yeast in there. It's been years ago. She
Right.
might have had some kind of yeast that she put in there. So. But yeah, we're talking like 25 years ago. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, my grandmother, oh man, let's see. I've been married 31 years. So my grandmother died about 30 years ago.
Fair enough.
And because she got to meet my wife just before we got married.
Okay, cool.
And, but yeah, she had, I can remember when they got, when my grandmother and grandfather got indoor plumbing and got their first electric stove in, because I can remember her cooking off of a wood burning stove.
Yep. That was on my mom's side of the family. Yep.
And I can remember using the outhouse at their farm.
Oh, God. Fuck that shit. Jesus Christ. Do you got a shit? No, I'll hold it.
Oh, no. See, my parents would take us out there because, my grandfather needed help there towards the end. So she'd take us out there on Friday, drop us off, and pick us up on Sunday afternoon.
Oh, jeez.
So you weren't going to hold it for the weekend.
No. Yeah, you had to do something. Yeah.
So we were out there working with my grandfather, shucking corn, running the pig corn through the hand crank shucking machine.
Oh, right.
Spit out the kernels on one side and the cobs on the other.
Yep.
So,
That's what my dad always called white corn. It was pig corn. He wouldn't eat it. Yeah. He would only eat yellow corn. Yeah.
Well, this stuff was too hard. It was too hard to do for anything except grinding it up and use it except for pig corn.
Yeah. Or going out to the fucking chicken coop and dodging them goddamn chickens and catching the eggs and getting the hell out of there without getting your face scratched off. Yeah. I remember that.
Well, my grandfather didn't believe in a chicken coop. He let the chickens run the farm. But they all roosted in the barn, so we'd have to climb through the hay mounds and straw mounds looking for the eggs.
Shit. Right. Is this a nest? Is this a nest? Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, let's see here, Neil. Yeah. It looks like all of us, Neil and Becca, looks like we all grew up on the lower end of the economic ladder there. Because I grew up on a working farm. You don't get rich on a working farm.
No.
All right.
You barely break even. Yeah. You barely
That's why we bartered everything. We could grow corn, but we couldn't grow potatoes on our farm. But a friend of ours down the road, he had he had acres of potatoes. So his kids would come over and help us bring in the sweet corn. We'd go up there, help him dig his potatoes. And then he'd get a dozen or so bushels of sweet corn. We'd get 5 or 6 50-pound bags of potatoes.
Right.
And, everybody was happy.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said. This is border town. This is border town. This ain't money's changing. This is border town. Yeah.
Exactly. Another farmer, he had wheat out the yin yang, but he didn't have vegetables. So we'd get, when he made flour from his wheat, we would swap out vegetables for flour.
Fair enough.
And my other uncle, one of my uncles had over 1,000 beehives.
Oh, wow.
We'd go out and help him bring in the honey every year. And our pay would be 5 gallons of unprocessed honey.
Yeah. Because honey was honey was like liquid gold. Like, seriously.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it came straight from the super through the cheesecloth to get the wings and legs out of it into 1 gallon jars.
Yeah, you had to strain it up a little bit, but shit happens.
But I mean that you can't buy honey to match that anymore.
Oh no, we'd get the jars of honey that still had a piece of the honeycomb in it.
Yeah.
And that shit was delicious. Delicious.
Well, you can't beat that stuff with a big old stick.
Oh hell no.
But anyway, we're sort of gotten away from the idea of cooking here, but that's okay.
Mm. Well, I mean, we got into ingredients, so I mean, it's kind of the same. So.
No coop, and they were wild. Yeah, that was ours, Becca. Ours, tree chickens. Now, we didn't have any tree chickens. Now, my grandfather had cherry trees and buckeye trees on his farm.
Oh, my great grandfather had a chestnut tree on his farm. If you could get around getting stuck by the outside of them, goddamn, those things were good.
I've never eaten a chestnut.
Oh, delicious.
Now, my grandmother had about 1/3 of an acre of wild rhubarb growing.
Oh, Oh
If you have
yeah.
ever had a rhubarb pie, not a
Oh
strawberry
yeah.
or apple rhubarb pie,
No.
but straight rhubarb
Straight rhubarb. Yeah.
with very little sugar in it,
Oh yeah.
so you got that pure tartness
Mm-hmm.
of that rhubarb.
Yep.
That'd make key lime pie look mild.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Granny used to make those too. She would make um hand rolled sweet potato pies and hand rolled apple pies, and you couldn't tell the difference. So when you reached in there to get one, once it was made, you never know what you got. Kind of like that box of chocolates thing.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've said this now my entire life. You know what the difference is between a smart pig and a dumb pig?
What?
The dumb pig will eat sweet potatoes.
Well, I can't really say that because Mom loves sweet potatoes. So, yeah. Oh, she'll cook one up and split it open and eat and put butter on it and eat it like it's the best thing ever. So, but yeah, my granny made rhubarb pie too. That's the best shit. Oh,
I worked for a family friend on his farm one year. And his wife, she knew I didn't like sweet potatoes, but she thought she could sneak some in on me that, she could cook them in a way that I wouldn't tell. I took one bite of that thing and it was like, oh my, I swallowed that bite. I was polite, but I didn't eat any more of that.
Right. You were like, I'm done. Yeah.
I ate around anything that looked like that first thing. It's like you want to ruin a good roast, throw carrots in that with that roast. You'll absolutely ruin that roast for me.
Well, fair enough. I mean, people like what they like. It's like it was like me and my dad when we grew the garden. We would plant a row of turnips, and we just pop those motherfuckers out of the ground and eat them. Bring a salt shaker, shake a little salt on them, and slice them up and eat them.
What's up with your plumbing there, Becca? I know plumbers ain't cheap. The one that come out to fix a problem another plumber cost me $130 an hour.
Oh, Jesus.
No, I had a washer went out, and it went out while it was under warranty. So they sent the washer guy out to repair the washer. Well, he snapped the hot water line.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. And he wouldn't cover it, and his insurance company wouldn't cover it. And I called a friend of mine that's has a plumbing. Well, no, I called a friend of mine that does high vac, and he called a friend of his that does plumbing.
Right.
And he cut me a break at $130 an hour.
Wow.
To come out and fix that line. So, yeah, that was cutting me a break, because he says normal rates are $150 from the time he leaves the shop to the time he leaves the driveway.
Right.
And he only charged me $130 from the time he pulled in to the time he was done. So, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, plumbers and high vac guys are not cheap.
No. Well, I know a little about a whole lot, and I know a whole lot about a little, and plumbing ain't one of those. So
exactly. Oh, Becca. Was it on the bad side of the water meter? Bad side being the house side.
Oh, the whole side yard was flooded.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
I'll play with electric. I'll play with household electric all day long with no problem. I've done rough wiring most of my life growing up.
Oh yeah,
But
I had a friend growing up that was an electrician. He taught me how to do most of that shit. But if you don't do it exactly right, you'll get fucking dead. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch what you're doing.
Now, after the hurricane rolled through here, I had 3 rooms that did not have power. And I could not get an electrician to come out. And I'd already swapped out the circuit breakers. I did everything I could do that I knew to do.
Yeah, check the connections and the wires and was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Right. And when I mean no power to the room, I mean no power to the room. Nothing worked in the rooms. And I was talking to somebody online about it, and he said, go into your bathroom there. He asked if the bathroom was one of them. I said, yeah. He goes, go in the bathroom and see if the GFC's been popped. I'm like, okay, that shouldn't affect 3 rooms. Damned if it didn't.
Yeah. It depends on how the house is wired. Yeah.
The lazy ass electrician ran all 3 rooms through the same GFC. And I didn't even consider the GFC because it was multiple rooms out, not one. If it had been just the bathroom, the first thing I would have gone to is the GFC.
But he had routed everything through that one.
He routed all 3 rooms through one GFC. Just being lazy. It's the pipe connected to the house for the main water. Okay. Yeah. So it was on the wrong side of the meter then. That hurts. Now, I've had the water line break on the street side of the meter. And so the city had to come out and fix everything and didn't cost me anything. But if it breaks on the back side of the meter towards the house, not only do you have to pay for the repairs, but you got to pay for the water.
Yep. It's like the whole hip bone's connected to the thigh bone thing. Yeah.
Right.
Just depends on where it's broken at. Yeah.
Right. It depends. You always want a water main to break on the street side of the water meter. You don't want it to break on the house side.
Above the ground. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
That makes sense. It's on that house side of the water meter. That means you're really SO. Wait till you get your water bill in. You are not going to be a happy camper.
Oh no, you'll hit the roof. Yeah.
Yeah. Unless your city has got something in their local ordinances or whatever that will average your bill to what you had the previous month or the previous 3 months. And your meter, you got lucky. Boy, did you get lucky, Becca.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's
that's like an act of God.
That's a minor miracle. Yeah, that's a minor miracle there. That's like getting struck with lightning twice. Once good, once bad.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, we had the local. I woke up one morning on a Saturday morning really early. My front yard alarm went off. And there's a half a dozen people in jeans and T-shirts starting to dig up in my front yard. So I grabbed
this shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so I grabbed my gun, my Glock 17, and went on out there and told him, all right, I don't know what you're doing, but drop whatever's in your hands and get on the ground.
Oh yeah, it's like me and my shotgun. What the fuck
And,
y'all doing here? Yeah.
And then it was like, and they all looked at me, and they all did what I told them. I said, now what in the hell do you think you're doing on my property at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday? And one of them said that they were from the city and they were replacing the water meters. And it's like, don't you think that one, you should have come up and notified us first before you go digging on my private property?
Oh yeah, like give me a call or fucking something. Yeah.
No, come up and knock on the door.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself. Let us know what's going on. But you're doing it at 7 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
Trying to get some fucking sleep here. Yeah.
Well, I had just gotten home from work.
Oh,
and
okay.
so I was still awake. And when the security system went off.
Oh yeah, and you were like, what is all this shit here now? Yeah.
Yeah, because that's one thing I love about, I've got the Ring system, so when it goes off, I just look at my phone to see what's going on.
Fair enough.
But hot water heater busted.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. That's one thing I don't like about this new house I'm in. They didn't put a catch pan under the hot water heater, and they don't have a drain going to the main drain.
Right.
Where the hot water heater is.
Well, that's the thing I liked when they came and replaced my hot water heater up here. They did put a catch pan, and they put all the knobs and whistles on it.
Right.
Yeah. But it didn't have that before, and the old water heater's base was about to fucking rust out. I was like, "What's that going to be? Is it going to shoot up through the roof?" Yeah, I was like, "I don't know."
In my old house, I had to replace the hot water heater, and my house was actually an elevated house, so I drilled a hole through the floor, put in the pan, drilled a hole through everything, put in a garden hose, and ran it out and buried it and tapped it into the main sewage line.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
So I had a big catch basin there with the garden hose running and plugged it into the main sewage line, so that if that new heater ever went out or developed a leak or whatever, the water would just go straight into the sewage line.
Cool.
But and believe it or not, that only, since my house was about 3 feet off the ground, that only took me maybe about 3 hours worth of work to do.
Oh, well, it's better to be safe than sorry. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I don't understand why when people build houses, they don't consider doing things like that. Exactly, Becca. That's exactly the way it's supposed to be. That is exactly the way. Whoever put that in knew exactly what they were doing. They were smart people.
Yep.
Yeah, you would have had a problem like Sinatra had when his fish tanks broke, and he still hasn't gotten his flooring completely fixed yet, and that's been over a year. Because once that wood gets wet, your rafters or supports get wet like that, it can cause all kinds of problems.
Oh yeah, rot, seepage, yeah, all that kind of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. That wood starts going bad in a hurry when it gets soaked like that. That's why what I want to start doing is my wooden fence I've got around my house. I want to slowly but surely replace it with cinder block fence.
Oh, well, that's fair. That's fair. I live in a
Yeah,
cinder block house. Its walls are all built with cinder blocks and
right.
rebar, so it's kind of like a Faraday cage.
It's not
Well,
going. A hurricane's not going to take it down.
no, no, and cell signal doesn't get out of it either. And we put a metal roof on top of it, so that just caps it off. So
Right. Why is your son worried about his windows instead of what? Instead of water damage? See, that's something else I'm doing too. It's on the right now. I'm doing it to the windward side of the house. Is putting working metal shutters up
oh,
that I
that's
can
a good idea. Yeah.
when hurricanes come through, I can close them to protect the windows. Oh, Sin's worried about his windows instead of that damage. Okay, yeah. That's my fault. Now that I saw I'm sitting back a little bit from my laptop, so Sin looked like sun.
Well, it happens.
Yeah. Well, they can't correct your vision to 2020 anymore, so or at least they can't correct mine to 2020. So if I'm sitting back a little bit, words get a little blurry. One of the downfalls of being in your 60s, I guess. But so what? Oh, Clark. Okay, he went to. I'm surprised you don't stream more there, Rex. With that voice of yours, you could probably make some serious bank. I was telling Prospero one time, the first time we were teaching me how to use this stuff so I could go on to line with her once, that when I was young and I worked in the radio and television industry, I was told I had the face for radio and the voice for silent movies. She got a big kick out of that. But yeah, my bosses, whenever they bring in a new employee, that's the first thing they warn them about. That just because I sound like I'm mad, that don't mean I am. That's just my voice. But anyway, what other cooking recipes do people like to do? Well, I'm glad you like my voice, Becca. At least I'm not scaring people off with it. Not scaring everybody off. I got 10 people or so, 12 people actually that like it or willing to tolerate it.
Yeah, we don't sound too fucked up. So there you go.
Actually, Rex, your voice sort of reminds me of a cross between Paul Harvey and the bass from the Oak Ridge Boys.
Fair enough.
So, and those are always two voices that I've enjoyed listening to.
Elvira. Oh, see,
Yep.
See, you didn't think I know who they were. I do.
I pity anybody that doesn't know who the Oak Ridge Boys are. That means they seriously undereducated.
Oh yeah, they were deprived. Yeah,
they have definitely been deprived. I'm a baker, so most of my recipes are sweet things. I like sweet things on occasion there, Becca. I mean, I like to cheat on occasion, and The wife will. I keep frozen bread pie dough in the freezer, and on a Saturday night, the wife and I'll be sitting there, and I'll just come out and open a can of berry pie filling or apple pie filling or something, and pull out them the pie doughs and fold them and fill them up, fold them in half, and throw them in the air fryer and let them do their thing, and throw a scoop of ice cream on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
Quick, easy, and so good.
Oh yeah, and pecan pie. My grandmother made the greatest pecan pie. She had a book of recipes in her house that I still haven't been able to find. Maybe she didn't write them down as much as I thought.
Right.
But if I can find that book, I would be the greatest baker ever.
Now, speaking of recipes, my mom died a couple years back, and my sister, she knows I like to cook and do different things. Well, she found a stack of about 100 index cards that are filled out on both sides with recipes. Most of them are handwritten by my mom.
Right.
Like a crunchy apricot cake, ugly duckling cake. That one's interesting. Banana split cake. One here is just listed as yummy cake. Graham cracker cake. Orange zucchini cake. What's this one here? Chocolate crinkles. Yeah, I'm sitting here going through this stack of. Another one here just says cookies on it.
Wow.
So she knew what kind of cookies they were going to be. And, cream cheese jello. You can tell how old of a recipe that is. How long has it been since anybody's made a cream cheese jello?
Exactly.
Some of these recipes.
Becca, fuck you. It's peas in the can. It's not pecan.
Well, actually, it's pecan.
Well, I know, but I'm just giving a shit. I'm just giving it.
But then it's pronounced crick, not creek.
Yeah, it's crick. Go down to the creek and get you some. Get some. What do they call? No, it wasn't crawdads. That's the right word.
Yeah, they're crawdads. Go down the creek and get yourself some crawdads, and some elderberries.
Yep. Boil that shit up. Good shit.
Yep. My grandmother had a creek on her farm, and it ran the entire length or width, rather, of the farm.
Mm-hmm.
And there were patches of wild elderberries, blackberries, and raspberries, and blueberries growing along it. And my granddad had a little John boat on there that we would get on and go down the creek on it. And we'd have to pull down the creek and come back with 5-gallon buckets filled with different berries.
Oh yeah.
And that was our job, then get them back up to the house and have to sort them out, clean them out so the grandmother could freeze them and bake them and do whatever she wanted to do with them.
Oh yeah, and if you found a patch of wild strawberries, you was like the golden child. Yeah. Wild strawberries were hard to find. Yeah, that's why you got the praise if you found them. He's like, look, no. Y'all go over there and look for other shit. I got all these.
Yeah. But, oh man, I'm sitting here flipping through all these index cards my mom had because, some of these recipes are things like, what's it? Never fail fluffy biscuits. 2 cups of flour, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Add a half a cup of lard. Cut lard into flour, add milk quickly, 2/3 of a cup. Stir until easy to handle, but not too sticky. Turn onto a floured board, knead for a half a minute, roll 1/2 inch thick. Cut and bake at 450 for 12 to 15 minutes.
Wow.
Now, when's the last time you heard of a recipe calling for lard?
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, that shit's bad for us. Oh, fuck. The best things that taste good are bad for us.
It's like my grandmother actually did give me her sugar cookie recipe. She made the absolute best sugar cookies in the world.
Oh, I'm sure. The one recipe that I wish my grandmother would have given me was for her ginger snap cookies. Because of that. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
Ginger snap cookies and an ice cold, straight out of the freezer glass of milk.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that's fucking the definition of heaven right there.
That's you're just leave me alone. Don't talk to me. Don't bother me.
I'm going to eat these 3 cookies and drink this glass of milk, and then we'll talk later. Yeah.
And, because I will reach over and smack the daylights out of you if you disturb me while I'm chewing these cookies for the next 15 minutes, because I'm going to make them last as long as I can.
It was like, nom, 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 nom.
Yeah. But she had given us her recipe once before, but she made one change in the recipe she gave us versus the one she actually used. And she said to use shortening in the recipe she gave us. Her real recipe called for lard.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
All right. And that difference made all the difference.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Damn, you're making me miss my grandma. She's been dead like 25 years now. But it's cool. It's cool. I wish I could find her fucking recipe book.
Yeah, I mean, mine's been dead for 30 years now, so same thing. Now,
fair enough.
Becca, well, the wild hogs, can y'all, I know people kill the feral hogs, but are they edible? Can you, or are they so filled with trichodosis and worms and such that you just leave them for the scavengers to take care of? Now, see, I'm just the opposite. I have never liked snickerdoodles.
Yeah.
I'm more of that ginger snap. I want that bite from the ginger snap, that heat.
Yeah. That kind of, I smacked you in the face with the cookie. So what you gonna do now? Yeah.
It's like when I was in Germany, there was a particular brand of mustard. Had a lion's head on it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And it came in 3 different levels of bite.
Yeah.
And that 3rd level of bite, well, I mean, it made, even the mild stuff made our brown mustard taste wimpy. You couldn't find a mustard.
It'd curl the hair on you. Yeah. And then when you got to that 3rd level, it was like, woo.
Yeah. But you put that on a Schwenkbraten. Oh
yeah. Oh yeah.
On a good fresh brochin. Man, that was amazing.
Yeah.
So you must have been in Germany then for a period.
Oh yeah, I went to Germany for a while when I was in the Army. Yeah.
Oh,
That's the first place That's the first place I had like real absinthe, and yeah, I wouldn't recommend that.
I'd heard enough about it that I avoided it. When people tried to get me to drink it, it's like, no thanks, thanks, but no thanks. I'm going to avoid it. Now Scribbles loves it,
Mm.
and it's like, okay, some people like drinking turpentine too.
Yeah, well, that's fair. Yeah, that's some shit you can put in your car and have it run. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. They do eat well, have good meat, no worms or nothing. Farmers pay you to hunt them. Well, yeah, that's what I couldn't understand. If they're paying people to get rid of them, then why? I mean, you would think that they would go out and take them themselves if they were going to have fresh meat, if the meat were edible. But I mean, to each their own. That's why I thought feral hogs weren't edible.
Well, no, a feral hog will fuck you up. If
Right.
you don't kill them with the first shot, yeah, you're run. Run as fast as you can.
Got big sow piglets. Now, the biggest sow we ever butchered when I was growing up at my uncle's farm weighed over 600 pounds.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it almost broke the come along that we had set up for dipping them into the boiling water to dehair them.
Right.
The rafters were creaking trying to lift that sucker. That sow was huge. And the skull was so thick. My uncle had a 22 short barrel rifle that he used for dispatching said future freezers inhabitants.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it took 3 shots before that one finally hit the ground.
Wow.
And of course, when we looked at the skull afterwards, the skull was fractured, but none of the bullets actually penetrated the skull.
Okay, just broke it up. Yeah.
Right. It broke up the skull enough to kill it, but usually, though, the bullet gets in, zips around the brain, it's dead. You're good to go. But that's something else I missed, though. Growing up would be the second weekend of butchering season. 730 pounds. Oh,
wow.
Oh, my God. No wonder your freezer is full.
Yeah,
that would fill 2 or 3 freezers.
Wow.
Oh, you don't need to buy pork for a while.
No.
Oh. I wonder how much of that did you get processed into sausage? Oh, my. I'll bet that pork loin was as big around as your arm.
Every bit, if not more.
Yeah. Good God. I can't imagine. What y'all use, 30-30s or 30-06s to bring that sucker down? Because I don't think I'd go out with anything smaller. A pig that big, especially feral one. That's massive.
Oh, fun fact. My dad, he said back in the day when they would butcher hogs, they would use the pig bladder and some pig skin to cover it and make a football for them to play with. And that's where the term of pigskin came from.
Right. Yeah. Good God, a 730-pound hog. That'd be enough to make me want to wet my pants if I had that sucker barreling down at me.
Yeah. If I didn't have my 30-30 in my hand, yeah, I would be shitting myself. Yeah.
even with my 30-30, I think I'd be losing a little bit of control of my bodily functions.
There'd be a little piece somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, I'd just be, God, please let me get this first round exactly right. Yeah, my son and his wife, they do, like I said, I gave my 30-30. I had a marlin lever action that I used, but I gave that to my son when I quit hunting and he started hunting.
Right.
And he uses that deer hunting now. And him and his wife both deer hunt.
Okay.
And this year they got 4 deer apiece.
Sweet.
They limit it out. Now you have to understand the deer down here, you may get 100 pounds of meat off of a deer. Maybe on a good deer, you'll get 100 pounds of meat. That's about it. It's not like the ones up north where even a small one, you get 200 pounds.
Oh, yeah. It's not like elk sized. Yeah.
Right. First time I saw one down here, I thought somebody had in a bed a pickup truck, and first time I saw it, I thought somebody had shot a greyhound.
Fair enough.
Up in a tree. Yeah. Yep. Up in a tree. Okay. That would be a safe space to be, as long as you were able to kill her and she didn't hang around while you looked after you ran out of ammo.
Yeah. Reload. Where's the ammo guy? Come on.
I don't have enough ammo. Go. And I can't go into God mode and create more.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Lord.
Well, when I kill deer, I usually make deer jerky out of it, and that's fucking great. Oh God, that's some of the best shit I've ever eaten.
I've never had deer jerky. That does sound good.
Yeah, you get one of those dehydrator things, and you pepper down the meat after you soak it in the.
I can dehydrate with my air fryer.
Well, that's fair enough. And after you soaked it in the vinegar for as long as you wanted to get as much of the wild taste out of it as you want. I mean, it's all due to taste. And then stick it in the dehydrator or the air fryer and cook it down. And yeah, that's some of the best shit I've ever had. Yeah.
Now, I've still got some of the venison in my freezer that my son gave me. I'm going to have to try that.
Well, there you go. See, I did something here. I accomplished something here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you sure did. That's something I never thought of doing. Because I'll take apples and bananas and such, slice them up and run them through and dehydrate them out, and for my grandson, as for snacks for him.
Right.
If I know he's coming over the night before, I'll take an apple and run it through the mandolin, slice her down, and then put it in the dehydrator. Put it in dehydrate mode for it takes about 12 hours, but
okay, fair enough.
That's that gives him something to munch on that's not processed and full of chemicals and such.
Oh, right. I get it.
And he seems to like them.
Well, yeah, run some of the venison through the dehydrator. See how you like it, and he might like it. Like pepper it, and then let it dehydrate for a while, like maybe 6 hours. Then flip it over, and then pepper it on the other side, and let it dehydrate, and then boom, there you go.
You got it right behind the ear on the first shot. Hell of a shot, Becca. Hell of a shot. That's good. That's all I can say. That's good. You dropped a pig that big with one shot, and you were using an AR. So it was what? I know you weren't using a 2.23 round, so you had to be using a 5.
Yeah, probably.
Good to go. Man, From what I've seen, well, see, what I know about feral hogs is only what I've seen on television, and then heard the war stories. People talking about them. I just know enough about them that that they scare just the idea of hunting one excites me and scares me at the same time.
Oh yeah, they're big motherfuckers. Yeah, a feral hog can get to be like 800 pounds, 850, something like that. Yeah.
When I was in Arizona, I dated a girl that would go up north and go bear hunting.
Oh, fuck all that. No.
And
I don't have bear slugs. No.
and she'd go up and then she'd bring back a couple 100 pounds of bear meat. And she knew how to cook that stuff up. Oh my God. She'd make up a chili with that stuff, and it was amazing.
Wow.
But she'd be gone for a month. She'd take a month off to go bear hunting, bear and elk hunting.
Wow.
And it's like, all right, you go for it.
Yeah, you have at it.
That was a. Now you want to talk about dating a girl that knew how to handle herself?
Well, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, anybody that made a move on her that she didn't appreciate, they understood in a hurry that they took advances that were not given permission for.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I was coming back from the dollar store, and a fucking mama bear and her 3 cubs walked in front of the road in front of me. I stopped. I was like, y'all go ahead. It was a black bear and her 3 cubs, and I was like, no, y'all go ahead. I'm not fucking with y'all. You go do your thing. They walked across the road. I put it back in drive, and I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Bow hunting wild deer or wild boar. Okay. Yeah, that's I hope he was up in that tree there with you.
Yeah, that's some brave shit right there.
That's I saw somebody a rig that somebody used in Louisiana. It looked like a tank with a tower on it. They'd made a tracked vehicle and put a like an 8-foot tower on it, hunting stand on top of it. That was like 8 foot in the air.
Wow.
And they'd take that out to do hunting on it. And it's like, yeah, okay, I can. Hopefully, I think I can understand that. But I mean, like he said, they're going out boar hunting and whatever else they could get down there in Louisiana.
Well, whatever was in season, quote unquote.
Right. His aim could use some work. Well,
we all can.
I mean, he is using a bow and arrow trying to bring down a multi-100-pound boar.
Yeah, I tried bow hunting.
I think I'd be shaking so badly, I'd be lucky if the arrow stayed notched.
That's fair. I mean, because I tried bow hunting deer, and I was not any good at that.
Yeah, that divide and conquer method works. Oh, cripe, it's 11:30. I've got my doctor called this morning. He wants me in his office at noon today.
Oh, shit. Well, don't let us keep you, man. Don't let us keep you.
Well, I don't know what he wants to talk to me about. He called me. I didn't call him. This is a unscheduled appointment.
Oh, shit. Well, okay. I hope everything works out. I mean, really.
I don't know. I mean, I hadn't seen him in 3 months, so I don't know what in the devil he's wanting to see me about.
Well, I mean, this was a great stream. I had a great time. We went from cooking shit to hunting shit. So there you go.
Talking about houses. Yep.
Oh
And,
yeah, and houses in between. Yeah.
and Becca, you notice my happy shroom was there the whole time. My
Oh,
little
Becca's
happy
great.
shroom. I
Becca's
never
great.
went. I never went to his to my angry shroom mode. And what I saw on Twitter this morning, if we'd been discussing it, I would have had to go in my nuclear shroom mode.
Oh,
You
people are
do know
all.
about my multiple shrooms, right?
Yeah, I do. And people are always trying to fuck other people's moods up. And hey, I come on here to have fun.
Yep.
Like I said,
This was a happy mood day, and I liked it. I
yeah.
thoroughly enjoyed this. I mean, if this hour and a half has flown by, if I didn't have to go see the doctor, be at the doctor. Fortunately, he's only a 5-minute drive from here. So,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Becca,
Well, I'm
one of these
glad.
days, if you take a day off and you are your voice ain't hurting and you're feeling good, uh, I'd love to have you on here because I think we could have some fun.
Oh
Same
yeah,
way
we'll
with
do this all
Bill.
again. Yeah.
The same way with Neil and anybody else that ever wants to jump on. I don't even know who. Oh, Becca's the only one watching us. Everybody else left.
Oh, everybody else split. Well, fuck all that dude.
Yeah, but yeah,
We
this is
had
this.
fun. Yeah, we had fun.
And I don't, Becca. You didn't give me a like. Oh, my heart's broken. My heart's broken. I didn't even get a like from you.
I'll circle back
Huh.
around and give you a like.
But yeah, yesterday though I screwed up on the and speaking of which, my alarm just went off telling me to get my butt in gear. But yeah, yesterday's stream, I just took it down, cut out about 10 seconds of it because somebody sent me a link to Amazon and it automatically opened up my Amazon account.
Okay, I see. Yeah, okay, I get it.
So that's why it took me, when you sent me your link, I made certain it wasn't to an Amazon picture.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
But yeah, I wanted to make certain though, and I couldn't download the stream last night. Evidently, it takes a while for them to make it so you can download a live stream.
Oh
So
yeah, YouTube's kind of fucked up like that.
So I downloaded it this morning. Had to figure out how to make an edit without ruining the whole stream because I haven't done a editing in almost a year.
That's fair.
And that took me a little bit to get done, and then I turn around now, and then I put it back up again. So yesterday's stuff is back up. It just fortunately nobody was talking or nothing got cut. Nothing important got cut out in the few seconds that I edited. It's just something else that I learned yesterday. I gotta be careful of doing. Now, Becca, that's my fault. I should have thought I should have thought about it before I shared the screen. That's just something I gotta learn. Learn the hard way.
Well, shit happens, and
Yep.
you learn more from your mistakes than you do from your successes. So,
well, that's it's not like anybody that's watching these streams right now I'm going to worry about.
Oh, fair enough.
And anybody that's watching the stream yesterday, all 10 people, I don't worry about any of them. But there are some people that on Twitter that I've made mad enough at me. A couple of them have threatened to try to figure out where I live.
No, don't worry about those fucks.
And
they can't find you. They can't find you.
I told my boss knows I'm doing this now. And he asked he said, well, asked me for where it's at. And I told him I wasn't going to tell him. So I'm not going to tell you or anyone else that works up here until the day after I quit working here.
Okay.
And he looked at me and he goes, well, that way you can't be held liable for anything I say. Because you don't know nothing about it. You don't even know what name I use.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was that alert, Becca. That was the re-upload of yesterday's stream. But yeah,
Okay.
so I'm just trying to protect my boss because I worked for his daddy first, and now I'm working for him. And I consider them part of my family. He knows that when he needs, we both understand that when he needs to go into boss mode and chew my butt because I'm done something wrong, I stand there like a man and I accept it and go on. And, we've got boss mode, boss and employee mode, and then we got friend mode. And we understand that sometimes at work we can be in friend mode, and other times it's got to be boss and employee mode.
Well, that's cool.
And the two, while the two may be in the same day, we don't let one interfere with the other.
Right.
And he's a young guy. He just turned. He's still in his 30s, but he's still learning. But he's a good guy to work for. He really is. But anywho, we could sit here and talk another hour easily, and I need to get rolling. Y'all have a good day. I want to thank you for showing up. Rex, man, I really appreciate you coming in and sharing that. If you can shoot me a couple of your air fryer recipes, I would appreciate it, because I'm going to try that chicken liver and giblets deal.
Right on.
And see if I can make that work in my fryer without blowing stuff all over the place.
Well, practice makes perfect. That's all I can say about that. Yeah.
But I will have to say there's still something about doing chicken livers and gizzards in a hot cast iron skillet with bacon fat.
Well, yeah, I can see that. I totally am on board with that. A little bit of butter. Yeah.
No, I don't use any butter. It's just pure bacon fat that's in there, bacon drippings. I've got a can.
Okay.
I've got a can in my refrigerator. It's nothing but bacon drippings. I make bacon. I strain it through and put it in there, and that's what I cook with.
Well, if that works for you, fine. But add a little bit of that garlic salt to it.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I'm saying that's what I use. Anytime, especially I'm cooking in my cast iron, or anytime I'm frying anything, I throw in a little bacon fat to bacon drippings. To lube the pan with.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's usually what I do with the bacon when I cook it in that air fryer. All the drippings go to the bottom, and I'll pour that in like a jar and keep it. And I need a little bit of flavor.
I don't know where I got this thing from. It looks like a coffee pot, but it's got a strainer on. It's got a strainer on top. It looks like one of those old-fashioned coffee pots.
Yep.
But it's got a strainer on top that you can pour your bacon fat through, and it strains out all the little itsy-bitsy pieces.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, cool. And then clean off the top, put it back in, put it up in the refrigerator, and you're good to go. You got fresh bacon drippings to use.
Yep.
But, okay, and on that, the good taste of bacon, we will end this stream. Y'all have a good day. I'll probably be back on Monday because this weekend is dedicated to the wife, Mother's Day, and grandsons.
Fair enough.
Y'all have a good time now. And if your mama's still around, please give her a hug and a kiss. or at least a phone call. Because
Buy
every day
some
I
goddamn
wish I
flowers.
could call mine.
Yeah. Buy some fucking flowers, you cheap ass
Yep.
motherfuckers. Yeah.
Yep.